Alright, hey guys, today the topic of interest is how to change your self-perception. So in this video I'll be teaching you how to change the way you see yourself and how to manipulate your subconscious mind in a way to get it to work for you and not against you. But in order for us to make any massive change in our lives, first we need to understand, that we have to change our self-perception, right? And in order to do that, you have to influence your subconscious mind because your subconscious mind controls the self-perception that you have or the type of person that you believe you are, right? Because in your subconscious mind are stored all these experiences that you've had, all these things that people have said to you, all these beliefs that have been transferred to you, all these different interpretations of reality, and then they form to create you or the type of person that you believe you are. So you're like, I am this type of person because of all of this, right? And then that filters through into your conscious awareness and controls the decisions that you make. So a lot of the decisions that you make, right, or that you are making, you think you're consciously making, but you're not. They're controlled by your subconscious mind because it controls 90% of what goes on in here, right? It's controlled by your subconscious mind. So a lot of the things you do are made by autopilot. So, for example, like a lot of the limitations you have are controlled by subconscious mind, limited self-perception. So maybe, for example, someone will come to you and they'll say like, I have this new business idea. Maybe we should join together and create this new business. We could be business owners. And then you'll say something like this. You say, you know what? I'm not this type of person. I'm not the type of person to own a business. I'm not really business minded. And then you reject that offer. Consciously, you think you made that decision because you're like, you know what, no, I don't want to do that, that's not what I want. But really it was made for you by your subconscious mind because your subconscious mind holds that self-perception that you have of yourself that says that you are not the type of person who can own a business or who is smart enough to own a business. You know what I'm saying? So it's a limited self-perception. So you have to really imprint your subconscious mind at a deep enough level, right, in order to make any massive change. And oftentimes we try make change through our consciousness alone, through our conscious awareness alone. So we're like, you know what? I am tired. I will never do that again. I'm going to start going to the gym every day and repping it out in the gym. So you start going to the gym and maybe you'll hold it for a period of time, but then you'll relapse and you go back into your old patterns because your subconscious mind will kick in again because it's not working for you, right? So you need to really learn to guide your subconscious mind to get it to work in your favor. And one way you can do that is through visualization. And I feel like visualization is something that's really, really underused and under talked about, or not talked about enough. But with visualization, this is what you need to do. So you want to start seeing, first of all, you need to get clear on what you want. So maybe you want to become more confident, or maybe you want to be more disciplined, maybe you want to build an amazing physique, or you want to be a business owner, whatever it is, right? You want to start seeing yourself with that thing already. So seeing yourself as if you own that thing already, or you have that thing already. Picture what it will be like to have that thing, and how it will affect different aspects of your life. How's it going to affect your relationships, or how do you want it to affect your relationships? What's your bank balance going to look like, right? How are you going to dress? How are you going to feel? And really visualize yourself with curiosity of a child, right? You don't want to put pressure on yourself to see that thing. Because I remember when I started doing visualization, I put pressure on myself. So I'd be like, oh, I have to see myself with this thing. I have to feel it. No. You just have to do it with fun and curiosity like a child. And really picture that. And what you're doing is you're imprinting your subconscious mind. Over time, you're gonna create an imprint into your subconscious mind because you're gonna start to believe that vision that you have for yourself is true and that is possible for you. And when it imprints into your subconscious mind's gonna be like, see, this person wants this, right? So this is what he wants. And then it's gonna start creating the circumstances or creating the inspiration for you to take action to make that vision that you have a reality. If that makes sense, right? It's going to start to believe it. You want to aim to feel the thing. And when you feel the thing, the inspiration will come and then you start taking inspired action, right? There's a difference between inspired action and motivated action. Motivated action, flows and goes. Motivation goes up and down. But inspired action is internal, right? It becomes an obsession to you to create that thing. And then you start using all your mental faculties to create that reality for yourself. So that's one way you can do it, through visualization. And you have to do this consistently. You have to do this over time. There are loads of videos on visualization. And I'll put some in the description below because it's so amazing and it's something that's really underused. So visualization. And another thing that you can do is another concept that you've probably heard before, which is called fake it till you make it. And fake it till you make it is so important. And I never understood it. I'd be like, what do you mean fake it till you make it? You put you're not the thing, right? But it's important because this is what faking it till you make it actually does. When you pretend or you start assuming the role of the thing that you want to become, or you start pretending you're the thing already, what you're actually doing is you're training your brain to believe that you have that thing already. Because over time, when you play a role, right, over time you really start to believe it. You've heard it said before when someone said, like, when you hear something over and over again, you start to believe it. It's the same thing. When you behave in a certain way over and over again, right, you start to believe it. So when you start off, like, for example, let's say you wanna be a millionaire, for example. You wanna be a millionaire. What I want you to start doing is start acting and behaving like a millionaire. So you need to start dressing in a way that a millionaire would behave. Start adopting the mindset. So that means getting rid of that poverty consciousness. So now you start spending money willingly, because you're having a mindset of abundance. So you start spending it willingly. You start being generous when you can, because you believe that there's abundance, because that's how a millionaire thinks. Right? You start reading the books that millionaires read, right? Having a diet that a millionaire would have, right? Or a healthy millionaire, at least, right? When you're adopting all those things, right, you're rewiring your brain. And you have to understand this. What controls you is your base emotional state, your dominant emotional state. That's what controls you. So if you're trying to be a millionaire, right, and you're behaving that way, or you're imitating that behavior, over time, right, you're going to create the emotional state of a millionaire, right? You're going to have the emotional state of a millionaire. And when you have that emotional state of a millionaire, and that becomes your dominant emotional state, that's going to control the axis of thoughts that you have, right? Because your thoughts all arise from emotion. So when you're happy, you have access to happy thoughts. When you're sad, you have access to depressive thoughts, right? You cannot access depressive thoughts when you're in a happy state. You know what I'm saying? So when you're in a state of abundance, that emotional state, you create thoughts of abundance, right? You create the emotions of abundance. And from that place, you create the behavior of abundance, because all the behavior, all the decisions you make are made from emotion. A large amount of the decisions you make are from emotion. So if you have the emotion of abundance, you create decisions from that place of abundance, right? And those decisions will accumulate over time, and they will eventually lead you to the place where you arrive at the destination that you want to get to, right? Because you've been living like a millionaire the whole time. And because you're living like a millionaire, or you're behaving like a millionaire, you create the results of a millionaire, if that makes sense, right? Because it accumulates over time, right? So those are the two ways that you can influence your subconscious mind to get it to work for you. And I'm telling you, if you do this consistently, different life, right? I'll put some of the videos that I've been watching on visualization at the bottom that can really help you. But guys, that is the video. So guys, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment below on what you think. I am done. Goodbye.